Hello my dear friends, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel Spark. As you know, this is my 6th video on previous year solved questions on different topics of our syllabus. And today we are going to discuss about some of the important previous year solved questions on Indian Constitution, social justice, human rights and social work practice. These topics are coming under Unit 8 of our syllabus. So let us begin the session. First question. What rights are human rights? Options. Option A. Rights which are provided by Constitution of India. Rights which are fundamental. Option C. Rights provided to all human beings by nature. And option D. Rights desired by human being. The question is, what rights are human rights? The answer is option C, that is, rights provided to all human beings by nature. Next question. Public interest litigation refers to option A. Mechanism to provide justice out of the court. Option B. To provide speedy justice. Option C. To provide justice to poor, needy and weaker sections of the society with the help of NGOs and media. Option D. None of the above. The question is, public interest litigation refers to? The answer is option C, to provide justice to poor, needy and weaker sections of the society with the help of NGOs and media. Next question. The objectives of social legislation is option A, to solve social problems. Option B, to bridge the gap between current needs and existing laws. Option C, to make new laws. And option D, to review the laws and problems. The question is, the objective of social legislation is? The answer is option B, that is, to bridge the gap between current needs and existing laws. Next question. Which one of the following is not a fundamental right? Option A, right to work. Option B, right to constitutional remedies. Option C, right to freedom of religion. And option D, right to equality. The answer is option A, right to work. Right to work is not a fundamental right. Next question. The oldest social security legislation in India is option A, the Workmen's Compensation Act. Option B, Provident Fund Act. Option C, Maternity Benefit Act. And option D, Payment of Gratuity Act. The question is, the oldest social security legislation in India is? The answer is option A, that is, the Workmen's Compensation Act. Next question. Lok Adalat refers to? Option A, out of court settlement. Option B, decreasing the caseload of courts for speedy justice. Option C, summary trial. And option D, people deciding about their problems. The answer is, the question is, Lok Adalat refers to? The answer is option B, that is, decreasing the caseload of courts for speedy justice. Next question. Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act came into being in the year option A, 1947, option B, 1952, option C, 1986, and option D, 1991. The question is, Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act came into being in the year? The answer is option C, that is 1986. Next question. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment relating to Panchayati Raj came into force in the year? The options, option A, 1992, option B, 1993, option C, 1994, and option D, 1995. The question is, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment relating to Panchayati Raj came into the force in the year? The answer is option B, 1993. Next question. Practice of untouchability is abolished by the Indian Constitution under the article option A 17, option B 19, option C 38 and option D 42. The question is, practice of untouchability is abolished by Indian Constitution under the article. The answer is option A, article 17. Next question. Which article of Indian Constitution lays down the provision of free and compulsory education for children? Options. Option A 45, option B article 46, option C article 47 and option D article 48. The question. Which article of Indian Constitution lays down the provision of free and compulsory education for children? The answer is option A, article 45. Next question. Social legislation attempts to option A, justice as well as social security, option B, anticipate social needs, option C, provide for change in social order, and option D, all of the above. The question is, social legislation attempts to. The answer is option D, that is all of the above. Next question. Industrial Dispute Act dash provide for setting up bipartite works committees as a worker participation program in India. Options. Option A 1980, option B 1923, option C 1936 and option D 1947. The answer is option D, that is 1947. The Industrial Disputes Act 1947 provides for setting up bipartite works committees as a worker participation program in India. Next question. UN Principles for Older Persons come into the force in the year option A 1990, option B 1999, option C 1981 and option D 1991. The question is, UN Principles for Older Persons come into force in the year. The answer is option D, that is 1991. Next question. The National Rural Employment Guarantee Act came into force in the year option A 1999, option B 2001, option C 2005 and option D 2009. The National Rural Employment Guarantee Act came into force in the year. The answer is option C 2005. Next question. Probation of Offenders Act came into being in the year option A 1948, option B 1952, option C 1958 and option D 1962. Probation of Offenders Act came into being in the year. The answer is option C, that is 1958. Next question. Rehabilitation Council of India was established in the year option A 1986, option B 1992, option C 1993 and option D 1994. Rehabilitation Council of India was established in the year. The answer is option C, that is 1993. Next question. The Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act was passed in the year option A 1948, option B 1952, option C 1961 and option D 1976. The Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provision Act was passed in the year. The answer is option B, that is 1952. Next question. Which of the following constitutional provisions prohibits employment of children below the age of 14 years in factories, mines or any other hazardous occupation? Option A, Article 1, option B, Article 21, option C Article 24 and option D Article 45. The answer is option C, that is Article 24. Next question. The Human Rights Council meets at option A New York, option B Vienna, option C Geneva and option D Paris. The Human Rights Council meets at, the answer is option C Geneva. Next question. The Protection of Human Rights Act was passed in India in the year option A 1992, option B 1991, option C 1993 and option D 1994. The Protection of Human Rights Act was passed in India in the year, the answer is option C, that is 1993. Next question. The article of Indian Constitution that defines scheduled tribe is option A Article 366, option B Article 365, option C Article 364 and option D Article 363. The article of Indian Constitution that defines scheduled tribe is, the answer is option A, that is Article 366. Next question. Reproductive and Child Health Program or RCH in India was launched in the year option A 1997, option B 2001, option C 2003 and option D 2006. The Reproductive and Child Health Program or RCH in India was launched in the year, the answer is option A, that is 1997. Next question. Voluntary reference of disputes to arbitration is dealt in under which section of Industrial Dispute Act in the year 1947? The options: option A section 9, option B section 10, option C section 10A and option D section 11. So, the voluntary reference of dispute to arbitration is dealt under section 10A, that is section 10A of Industrial Dispute Act 1947. So, the answer is option C, section 10A. Next question. Under which of the following articles of Constitution of India does the state provide equal justice and free legal aid? Options: option A Article 3, option B Article 39, option C Article 39A and option D Article 41. Question. Under which of the following articles of the Constitution of India does the state provide equal justice and free legal aid? The answer is option C, Article 39A. Next question. The Right to Information Act was passed in the year option A 2004, option B 2005, option C 2006 and option D 2003. The Right to Information Act was passed in the year. The answer is option B, that is 2005. Next question. The special grant for tribal welfare is provided under option A Article 245, option B Article 275, option C Article 345 and option D Article 325. The question is, the special grant for tribal welfare is provided under, the answer is option B, that is Article 275. Next question. Provisions relating to health are given in which chapter of the Factories Act 1948? Option A Chapter 2, option B Chapter 3, option C Chapter 4 and option D Chapter 5. The question is, provisions related to health are given in which chapter of the Factories Act 1948? The answer is option B, that is Chapter 3. Next question. Indian Civil Rights Act was enacted in option A 1958, option B 1962, Option C 1968 and option D 1972. The answer is option C, that is 1968. The Indian Civil Rights Act was enacted in 1968. Next question. Which act requires employers in industrial establishments the conditions of employment? Option 1, the Factories Act 1948, the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946, and the Trade Union Act 1926. The question is, which act requires employers in industrial establishments to define the conditions of employment? The answer is option 3, that is the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946. Next question. Probation of Offenders Act was passed in India in the year option 1 1958, option 2 1960, option 3 1963 and option 4 1986. The Probation of Offenders Act was passed in India in the year. The answer is option 1, that is 1958. Next question. Which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates abolition of untouchability? Option 1, right to freedom of religion. Option 2, right to equality. Option 3, right to freedom. And option 4, right against exploitation. The question is, which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates abolition of untouchability? The answer is option 2, that is right to equality. Next question. The PCPNDT Act, that is Preconception or Prenatal Diagnosis Technique Act, primarily addresses to option 1, legal abortion, option 2, sex selective abortion, option 3, abortion care to unwed mothers, and option 4, abortion care to rape victims. The answer is option 2, that is sex selective abortion. The PCPNDT or Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Act primarily addresses to sex selective abortion. Next question. Which of the sections of Indian Penal Code deals with cruelty to women by husband or relatives of husband? Option 1, Section 198A. Option 2, Section 298A, Option 3, Section 398A, and Option 4, Section 498A. The question is, which of the sections of Indian Penal Code deals with cruelty to women by husband or relatives of husband? The answer is option 4, that is Section 498A. Next question. The Persons with Disability, Equal Opportunities, Protection of Rights and Full Participation Act, signed by President of India on 1st January, option 1 1993, option 2 1994, option 3 1995 and option 4 1996. The Person with Disability Act assented by the President of India on 1st January 1996. So the answer is option 4, that is 1996. Next question. Identify the correct name. Option 1, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotic Substances Act. Option 2, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychic Substances Act. Option 3, the Psychotropic Drugs and Narcotic Substances Act. And option 4, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. The answer is option 4, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. So the answer is option 4. Next question. Which article of Indian Constitution considers the claim of scheduled castes and tribes in the working of appointments to services and posts in connection with the affairs of the Union or of a state? Option 1, Article 330, Clause 2. Option 2, Article 164, Clause 1. Option 3, Article 335. And Option 4, Article 60. The question: which article of Indian Constitution considers the claims of scheduled caste and tribes in the working of appointments to services and posts in connection with the affairs of union or of a state? The answer is option 3, that is Article 335. Next question. According to the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act of 2015, the following children are kept in the special homes. Option 1, children in conflict with law. Option 2, neglected children. Option 3, abused children. And option 4, street children. So, according to the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act 2015, the children in conflict with law are kept in special homes. So, the answer is option 1. Next question. Name the report of Child Welfare Officer to be submitted in case of child in need of care and protection as per the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act 2015. Option 1, First Information Report. Option 2, Social Investigation Report. Option 3, Child Investigation Report. And option 4, Family Investigation Report. The question: name the report of the Child Welfare Officer to be submitted in case of child in need of care and protection as per the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act 2015. The answer is option 2, Social Investigation Report. Next question. Under the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, arbitrator refers to an option 1, umpire. Option 2, player. Option 3, enquiry officer. And option 4, employer. The question is, under the Industrial Disputes Act 1947, arbitrator refers to an. The answer is option 1, that is umpire. Next question. Sicknesses benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependence benefit, medical benefit, and funeral expenses are provided to an employee under which act? Option 1, Minimum Wages Act 1948, the Employees Compensation Act 1923, option 3, the Employees State Insurance Act 1948, and option 4, the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946. The question: sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disabled benefit, dependence benefit, medical benefit, and funeral expenses are provided to an employee under the Employees State Insurance Act 1948. So the answer is option 3, the Employees State Insurance Act. Next question. Section dash of Industrial Disputes Act 1947 states that employer should only retrench employees who have been most recently hired. Options: option 1, section 24F, option 2, section 24G, option 3, section 25F, and option 4, section 25G. The answer is option 4, section 25G. Next question. Which among the following sets of articles of Indian Constitution deal with fundamental rights? Options: option 1, Articles 12 to 35, option 2, Articles 15 to 32, option 3, Articles 19 to 40, and option 4, Articles 14 to 39. The question is, which among the following sets of articles of Indian Constitution deals with fundamental rights? The answer is option 1, that is Articles 12 to 35. Next question. Which one of the following rights was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart of Indian Constitution? Option 1, right to constitutional remedies. Option 2, right to property. Option 3, right to equality. And option 4, right to freedom of religion. The question is, which one of the following rights was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart of Indian Constitution? The answer is option 1, that is right to constitutional remedies. Next question. Schedules 5 and 6 of Indian Constitution are related to. Option 1, decide state boundaries between states. Option 2, decide the powers and responsibilities of Panchayat Raj. Option 3, protection of rights of tribals. And option 4, protection of minorities in the country. Question. Schedules 5 and 6 of Indian Constitution are related to. The answer is option 3, that is protection of rights of tribals. Next question. How many disabilities are listed in the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016? Option 1, 7, option 2, 14, option 3, 21 and option 4, 28. The answer is option 3, that is 21. So it's about today's session. We have discussed previous year's solved questions on Unit 8 of our syllabus. I hope this video will be helpful for you, and if you felt so, please do like and also please share this video to your friends. And to refer my previous videos, please go to the bio from where you can get the links. And for next video, I would like to discuss you with the previous year solved questions on Unit 9 of our syllabus, that is Area of Social Work Practice 1. So don't miss this video. Prepare well for your exam. Keep studying. So see you on next video. Bye.